While it's true not every Star Wars story needs to be about Jedi, Sith, lightsabers, and the Force, let's be real, those things are pretty cool, and for many of us, they are the things that make Star Wars, well, Star Wars. So, it's a real bummer when you log into your super awesome space wizard and start a new storyline, only to find out that the writers forgot your character was, in fact, a super awesome space wizard. Now, just to be clear, I'm not saying all stories should be Force-centric. I am saying that our Force-using characters should be able to use the Force when it makes sense. Unfortunately, once we get past the origin stories, that's often not the case, and Showdown on Ruhnuk is one of the game's biggest offenders. And I decided to complain about it in a list video, so here are 5 times in Showdown on Ruhnuk when we should have been able to use the Force, but couldn't. And as usual, there will be spoilers, so proceed at your own risk. Soon after we arrive on Ruhnuk, we come across a couple of techs. They've been hired by the Darmanda to work on the communications relays. They don't know much, but they do have some data that might be helpful. Shay gets the information by shooting one of the techs and threatening the other. I mean, it works, yeah. And the scene serves to demonstrate Shay's single-minded focus on finding Hedda Cole above all else. Still, it would have been nice if our characters didn't just stand there and watch. Of course, this could apply to tech characters, not just Force users. But it goes doubly for Force users. Why not let our Jedi use the Force Persuade option here to get the man to put his gun down and tell us what he knows? Or maybe we could have taken the gun away from him with the Force, or choked, or shocked him into talking. Just something that would have let our characters be more active in the scene and let our Jedi and Sith have the opportunity to do something cool. We first stumble across Sahar as we enter the comm tower. Our Force users don't sense her at all. Sure, she's a Padawan and we don't know how strong in the Force she is, but we do know that Force users can sense other living beings Force sensitive or not. But not here. Our Jedi and Sith are just as surprised as Shay to run into her, and this scene just keeps getting worse from here. We can't disarm her, we can't persuade her or choke her or shock her, we can't even stop her from leaping out the window. Worse, we don't even try. We can't even try to disarm Shay. At least our Jedi get to talk like Jedi for a change, and I guess that's something, but this scene could have been so much better if our characters had been able to do something Forcey too. You know how Sith and Jedi are supposed to be able to sense danger? Well, not here. Our characters walk straight into an ambush. They don't notice even the slightest tingle in the Force that there might be a gaggle of Darmanda, even Hedda Cole herself on the other side of that door. And like in the previous example, they absolutely should have. Yeah, BioWare would have had to figure out how to incapacitate our character and let that scene play out, but hey, that's kind of their job, and it would have made the story so much more satisfying when running a Force user. Late in the story, Shay Vizsla's forces clash with the Hidden Chain in a running gun battle. Our Sith and Jedi should really be able to handle these guys without breaking a sweat. Instead, we end up in protracted hand-to-hand combat with random Mandos. But why? They shouldn't need to, at least not right off. They have the Force. They can clear the battlefield with a wave of their hand or a blast of lightning. But they don't. They ignore the tools they have at their disposal, and that makes no sense. As we're fighting Recon, Sahar pops up again. Once again, our characters don't sense her. Sure, they're in the heat of battle, but still. On top of that, this scene includes one of my biggest pet peeves. Our characters being tossed around like rag dolls by relative nobodies. And what does our character do in response? Nothing. They just stand and watch. They don't try to push her back. They don't try to leap after her. They do nothing. Again, it makes no sense. And I will reiterate that I am not saying that our Sith and Jedi should never face a challenge. I am saying that they should use tools available to them in any given situation. And when they don't, it's no fun. And I know BioWare can do better. Anyway, that's our list. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and if you like this video, why not leave us a like and possibly subscribe for more videos like this one. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.